I'm going to have to get a remote for that. Hi everyone, it's Nancy, your favorite innkeeper from Old Square Inn in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania in beautiful Lancaster County. I have the apron to prove it. Today I'm going to show you how to make egg souffle in puff pastry. In fact, we had that for breakfast this morning. It's one of our guest favorites. You'll get a list of ingredients and I'm going to show you how to put them together. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and you're also going to preheat the cookie sheet that you'll put your ramekins on. That's because you don't want to waste time in the oven to have that heat up. You need that nice and hot and ready to go. So first thing I'm going to do is take out the puff pastry. You need to let that set at room temperature for just a few minutes so you can unroll it and cut it. There are 2 sheets of puff pastry in a box. You're just going to need one at a time, and you're going to cut it into quarters. So each sheet you can get 4 of them out of. I'm using this ramekin, but I've also used these. And if you're not sure of the size, just get a measuring cup. You're going to be putting in about a half a cup of ingredients in there. If you can pour a half cup of water into that, it's going to be big enough. So this is already buttered, and the puff pastry just goes right in there. Going to push that down a little bit. You can see the edges flap out. That's okay. We're going to fold them over when we're ready. And then this goes into the refrigerator. You want to keep it cold until you're ready to use it. Puff pastry puffs because the steam, it makes steam from the water in the butter and in some of the dough. All right, so in here I have 2 eggs and 1 tablespoon of a sour cream dip. I like to use Helva dip because it's delicious. And into that I'm going to put 3 tomatoes, which I have already seeded, and they're so easy to seed. All you have to do is like cut its head off and pinch it like you used to pinch your sister, and that gets out all the seeds and all the water. Then chop it up. This is about 5 spinach leaves. You can put anything you want in here. You just want to keep it down to less than a 1/4 cup of added ingredients. And anything you put in here, you want to be sure you get out as much water as you can. You don't want to make those eggs too heavy. So if you're going to be putting in mushrooms, be sure you saute those first. Always saute your onions because raw onions just don't taste good. And then you can get those in there. To that, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of cheese. Mix this up. See how easy this is? Okay, and then I'm going to get the puff pastry that I had in the refrigerator right here. And I like to use a 1/4 cup to scoop this out. Of course, you can make more than one. And if you have a little extra ingredients left over, either just pile it on or scramble it up in a pan or throw it down the sink if you have to. All right, so you can see that this is pretty full. Okay, and I'm just going to fold over these edges and place this into my 400 degree preheated oven on that preheated cookie sheet. That's going to stay in there for 30 minutes. 30 minutes at 400 degrees. I like to put it on one of the lower racks, and then ding, oh, through the magic of video, it's ready already. Let's take a look at it. Wow, I guess through the magic of video, I can also put my hands in a 400 degree oven. Be sure that you use oven mitts or something when you take this out. So this is what it's going to look like when you're finished. And what I love to do is put a little bit of seasoning on top. This is an Italian seasoning. And when you bite into this, the pastry is perfectly done. The eggs are steamed. That's delicious. So until next time, Nancy from Old Square Inn in Mount Joy in beautiful Lancaster County. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.